Hi, I'm Scott, and in this video I'm going to show you what I've created to harness the free energy from my bicycle to create lights like this. The parts printed on this 3D printer. The board it uses is an AirNet board, and it produces some really fine results. The software that I use to design the models is Wings 3D. Really easy to work with to produce the models. I use Cura to slice the models and to actually control the 3D printer. I use Pronterface. You can change the speed settings on the fly if you want to speed the print up. It's very easy to use again. First up, I'll cover the wind generators. This is one of my first designs, and it's pretty simple. It's a fan on a spindle with magnets that rotate within a coil, and it produces alternating current. As the current goes in one direction, it lights up one half of these lights, LEDs, and as it flows in the opposite direction, it lights up the other set of lights. And it's mainly for visibility. It does not really produce enough solid light to light up the road in front of me. Let's give it a whirl. Get that going. I think you can see that it flashes pretty good. It's visible to cars and pedestrians. Moving on from that light is this one, which has the same design for the fan. Spindle again through with magnets rotating through a coil, and yeah, the alternating current goes in one direction through the top light, which makes it flash. In the opposite direction, it goes through a diode and a capacitor, which produces a constant light on that bottom LED, which is it's actually bright enough to light up the road in front of me. Let's give that one a whirl. The top light flashing, and the bottom light stays constant. And moving on from that light, we have this one, which is has an upgraded fan with a wider diameter and broader blades on the fan to capture more of the air flowing through. I can show the inside of this one. It's not glued down. And there you see the two magnets on the spindle spinning through the coil and producing the alternating current when it flips from one polarity to the other. And the alternating current on this one goes through 4 diodes, which rectifies the current from alternating current into direct current, and that then goes into a capacitor, which again evens out the current and produces a more solid light, and will hold it for a tiny amount. Let's get that one going. That one again is bright enough to light up the road in front of me, so I can see where I'm riding when it's really dark. This is my final design so far. It's getting quite bulky now. It has the same fan as the previous design. In the housing, it has the coil and the magnets. It has a solar panel on the top, which charges a rechargeable battery in the base here. And the same as a garden light, it has the same circuit, when there's no incoming light, the battery discharges. So this one I put on the windowsill, let it charge up during the day, and then it's ready to go on the bike. The fan and alternating current, I wired into that circuit. And that is pretty much it for the wind generators on my bikes. For the next part of this video, I need to go downstairs to the garage and I'll show you how the generators work from the rotation of the wheels on the bikes. Directly on the wheel is this DC motor, which is acting as a dynamo. Well, kind of like the old dynamos, but not quite as restrictive. It just sits on the top of the wheel on the side there and spins around, and that does produce a light which is bright enough to light up the road ahead, and that's DC current. On the bottom of the bike, right next to the wheel, is again a magnet inside a coil, and that is actually attracted by the spokes, the metal spokes, and it does pull the magnet round and cause it to rotate. The problem there is that when you accelerate, the metal is not in place long enough to attract the magnet, and so it simply does not attract, and that is why I've got two magnets here, so that when it gets up to speed higher than what will be attracted by the metal spokes, it does still flash. And again, it produces a light. It's got a light on the front for the current going one way, light on the back for the current going the opposite way with the alternating current, and pretty simple, but it's good for visibility, and it doesn't need batteries. There is still one more way that I can derive energy from the movement of the bike, and I haven't really explored that one yet. And it's produced not from attraction of the magnets to anything. It's produced by resistance to the flux of the magnet. And that one, if it works, will be for the next video.